afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting and riveting, amazing Propagandacast from your host, Imperial Dane, Master Propaganda, hero site, defender of the fatherland, off here to a 1 vs 1 on Faymonville Approach here with the new patch. Yes, indeed, it's a new patch. It's a new metagame. Of course, how it turns out, we'll have to see. In the east, it is Hagen fighting for the Wehrmacht, Germany, Deutschland. Taking on the role here of the, let's just say, 2nd SS Panzergrenadiers das Reichswehr, and the rest, it is Company of Banana, also known, I believe, who's Easy Company, a Korean player who's, I believe, roughly in the top 100 with the USF, probably I think around rank 80, possibly a bit lower than that. That is high on the ranking, just low numbers. Fighting here for America, Freedom, Democracy, the 2nd Infantry with Airborne Urban Assault Company, which of course the new one there, and this is Strategic Reserves, the new Wehrmacht one. This Recon Support Company here for Company of Banana. Now, of course, I will have a video up later, a bit later here than this video, with talking about the patch and my further thoughts on it. Just a heads up there. I know a lot of people are interested in it, but again, I like just get it on one video that's sort of more specifically centered around that. And it's got Panzergrenadiers as racing team. We've got Assault Gunners MG42 there for Hagen. Noting we got no infantry company up there, so there might be a plan here to sort of quickly get into tier 2 and begin pushing out the Panzergrenadiers, which you got 3 bulletins for. So it's quite clear Hagen is planning something with Panzergrenadiers. In the south, Assault Gunners moving forwards there. Now buffed, the MP40s of course perform a bit better, and they get access to a veteran squad leader upgrade, which of course makes them just a bit nastier overall. Meanwhile there, Banana advances forward swiftly for America, Freedom, Democracy. It's going heavy in the re-echelons, so I wouldn't be a complete surprise from go for the Urban Assault Company to get the Urban Assault kits, which gives them the access to rifle grenades while they're moving about there, which does improve their firepower just marginally, though even the other two doctrines with theoretically work heavily with those sort of starts, though they are a bit rarer. Pioneers saying northwards, grabbing points with the Assault Grenades, and before southwards. So far a bit more quiet here. Resistance using the fuel point here in the east. Resistance moving out there for Banana, and we got a straight move into the company command post there by him as well. So that'll probably pack houses, maybe a half track there as well to help deal with Hagen, who is going for a pretty light tier 1. Again, as he is likely going to try and rush for the Panzergrenadiers, so of course needs to press that button then very fast so he can actually get there fast. In some ways it's a pretty risky strategy, and in this case I would say he's getting somewhat lucky. His opponent's getting heavy on the re-echelons in this case. Otherwise there's a chance if he could go slightly worse here for Hagen, of course not entirely, as long as he handles the machine gun well. And I'd probably recommend getting at least one more unit, like another MG42 and another Assault Grenadier squad before trying to just pull off this, because just an Assault Grenadier squad and MG42 I feel like is too light. He's probably getting away with this to a degree because it's very early in the meta and people are still experimenting, trying out stuff. But I feel like this is way too light. So just a heads up there before you may already now go, this could look like fun, but just get more than just one Assault Grenadier and MG42. That's again not enough. Even though you're planning to hit hard with Panzergrenadiers afterwards, you're still not having sufficient units on the field and risk losing too much ground and getting flooded before then get the Panzergrenadiers back to switch hard back into them. Captain out, the resistance moving about, upgrading with rifle grenade launchers. Pioneers sending out. Well, technically I don't even think they had launchers, they were just grenades that sort of popped into the rifle. In fact, I believe the German army was the only one that actually had a specific launcher for their rifle grenades. Like the others just had a grenade they could attach directly to the rifle and fire, but the Germans had what is known as a Schissbecher or shooting cup, which they attach to the rifle first and then pop the rifle grenade on. That's all the fun fact there. But again, I think with the Americans and the Brits, they just directly attach the grenade to the rifle and just shoot it right away. So it's sort of a bit funny they call it a rifle grenade launcher when again pretty sure they didn't have one. Parts of the movement, but they got one squad there on the way, with one on the field, one on the way. That's going to put them in 2 Panzergrenadier squads. Of course, there's going to be a lot of Panzergrenadiers fast. They're also slightly less intensive in terms of upkeep now, both reinforcement and just the general upkeep. That also makes Panzergrenadiers slightly more desirable in that way. Plus, they get now the combined arms ability, which makes them work better with vehicles. They move fast, and they're also a bit harder to murder. Hang on, I'm just going to grab the cat so he doesn't begin jumping around on the keyboard because he wants my attention. And they also get a slight shift in veterancy bonuses, so veterancy 3 isn't quite as impressive because they move parts of it towards veterancy 2, so that way they scale out a bit faster. Meaning the Panzers in general are a bit nasty and overall, a bit more viable. At least that's sort of the theory here. We'll have to see how much it catches on though, but it certainly has the potential there. More Panzergrenadier on the way there for Hagen, and the Second SS Panzergrenadiers das Reich. Panzers moving in, engaging the captain, going for the place with only 2 windows. Also moving out to heavy cover. Very nice. Captain needs to get out fast because the Panzergrenadiers are going to be doing a lot of damage very fast. We got 50 calibers out there, so it's going for Lieutenant as well. He's adding the rifle grenade launchers there to the rear echelons. There's at least 2 squads being added with it. It's going to give him more firepower on the move there. MG4 to the supporting. Seizing points here with the Panzergrenadier. I'm guessing he's going to move on from this then into a reasonably speedy tier 3 and get out of Support Corps, which point he might try and then push for the Panzer IV Model J there. There we go, double rear echelons moving in there with the rifle grenades firing away there. MG4 sitting up there. North here, Panzer continue to fight here from the northern field point. Banana here, not quite having the easiest time here with Hagen, but there you go, double rifle grenade, doing a bit of damage to the MG4 to still get a retreat here due to the assault gun that is blocking the way quite aggressively. And I do believe we got no take of there, he's still a bit behind the fuel. Also, he's also pretty early on now. Arguably, if he could take up that fast, it would be a bit busted. Initial lessons going up there. You'll probably be seeing more rifle grenades here. Captain joining in the fun. Might want to consider adding a BAR tonight. There we go. Assault gunners retreating here. Does not want to risk getting double rifle grenaded. Panzergrenadier standing about. He got another squad flanking up northwards. Good work there by Hagen. Instead of just running straight at the enemy, he looks to outmaneuver them and catch them off guard. Nice play there. Back here, nothing further going on. He could consider a medic bunker. It would be a pretty good idea with all these Panzergrenadiers, which of course will be a bit expensive to maintain. Plus, with the combined arms ability to do lose the medic kits, you can't even have them heal themselves. So a medic bunker in that regard, in fact, becomes really crucial. In fact, the only thing that now has the field aid first kits there is the Pioneers. So a medic bunker is very necessary here for him. And right now we see Company and Banana striking back hard here at Hagen. Hagen here clearly not prepared for this development. Again, I would argue part again just this slightly too weak early game there he went for, opening build. There, good operations there, joining in with 50 caliber there, proving to be a problem there for Hagen in the north, an obstacle. In the centre, digging into the calf point there, it's going to be a bit difficult there for Hagen to pull into. He should probably look to flank in for the south here, using the gap here to move up, and then use the light cover opponent's position to engage the captain here, rather than trying to get H on, but he's going to do it anyways. Medics on the way there, very good. And we got more Panzers there for Hagen. That's going to be 4 Panzergrenadiers. I mean, he's definitely committing hard to a heavy Panzergrenadier build, which is nice to see though. I mean, very nice to see. And not something you see very often, to be honest. Seeing the field point here, they're very good. Hagen needs to pick up the pace a bit here unless he wants to get steamrolled by tanks by a company of Banana. We got the take-up going on there. So he's not going to go straight for the major and then try and push out some fast Shermans. And then at the Sherman assault kit. Panzer moving ahead there. Wouldn't quite call bulldozer blades, you know, an assault kit. I mean, technically there was assault Shermans. There's the Jumbo. There was nothing known as the assault tank. And there were some that were improvised, making their own versions, but just welding extra armor on the front. Though the thing about the Jumbo Sherman was it was heavily armored on all sides, not just the frontal armor. So those were slightly different. Obviously, it's going to be a bit difficult to show that the Sherman upgraded with extra armor that way. So, you know. Anyways, Rangers out here for Company of Banana. North here moving in with Panzers of both sides. So, ooh, he should actually sprint up and then pop the assault grenades that could quickly clear out the building here with the 50 caliber. Instead, he's allowing the Panzers to take heavy fire needlessly. I think there's a miss opportunity by Hagen here in the center MB14 with the troops on the south. Panzers moving forwards against the Essence. Lots of intense action here between Company of Banana and Hagen. Moving up here, getting behind, there we go, popping the grenades. Bit slow there. Still forces him out of the building very rapidly. Banana can consider taking up soon. Of course, he might stick around a bit longer. We've got the Thompsons on the way there for the Rangers. Supporting the 2nd Infantry Division here with a Ranger Battalion to slow down the Nazi assault as Hagen and the 2nd SS Panzerdivision Das Reich has managed to catch the 2nd Infantry Division and pat them off guard. Packard's on the way there for Company Banana. Soldiers almost taken out by the Rangers. The MP40s, well buffed, obviously can't quite deal with Rangers in heavy cover at that range. Take up there for Hagen, very good. He's still going to need the support corps to get out Panzer IV Model J. We'll have to see if he goes for it, but it's basically just the Oberkommand of S1, but without the 2 levels of veterancy and a slightly weaker Blitzkrieg since it doesn't offensively boost either, sadly. It didn't buff that part. It didn't buff that part for the Wehrmacht, tragically. Our way ending the Panzer IV Model J should be of help there to Hagen there, since again, it's still going to have better veterancy since still veterancy 2 means accuracy rather than the armor, since it starts with the armor. So that's actually going to be, I think, quite beneficial there for Hagen and the Wehrmacht. Port north here, points being seized, got Panzer digging in there. Good harassment and fuel wars here between the two. And those Rifle Grenadiers are certainly proving to be a bit of a nuisance there for Hagen and the German army. MD4 setting up, he's going to be flanked here by the 5th Cavalry. Nice work there by Banana. Back here, troops reinforcing. We got this support course soon be able to be built. Now, of course, also a new change here. And of course, I'll go further detail into the video, but still, the Tiger Ace does not have any command point requirements now. It just requires you to have the heavy Panzer Corps. Meaning, theoretically, you can actually rush out a Tiger Ace, though it is very risky in some ways, since you got to put everything on hold for that one. But you can technically now get a Tiger Ace out much sooner than you previously able to. Also, here's smoke grenades available thanks to the breakthrough packages. Pops the bomb grenade instead. Could have popped the smoke grenade fast, and I think had to do that anyways. Rangers versus the MP40 wielding assault grenadiers. Grenade assault, very good. Rifle grenades off as well. Oh! And a full wipe there. Too many grenades there for Company and Banana to get through that one unscathed. In the south, Panzergrenadiers with Pioneers as well, looking to flank Company and Banana's positions. Very good. Could hit the pack cards there, leaving Banana in a bit of a split. Ooh. That's the weight you come here to the Propagandacast for, besides the excellent commentary and of course my smooth voice. Pioneers, Panzergrenadiers 40, we've got the pack cards to find a way there. One of the Essen squad has perished in the fight against fascism here. Panzer almost wiped out. Captain though almost also wiped out. You can build a support corps, and again probably should prioritize that since you can't get the Panzer formology anyways without it. I mean, he could theoretically try and rush for the Tiger Ace, though I don't think I'd recommend that. As for Company of Banana, he probably should consider taking up soon again, pushing out armor here versus Hagen, so as to dissuade him from actually trying to go for it. And oh, he's actually going for tier 4. He's actually doing it, the madman. I've definitely seen some players do it, though I'll have to say it has been sort of slightly mixed results. I think that's partly because they then sort of get a bit too cocky with the Tiger Ace. But initially, at least, it tends to do well. Of course, obviously, Hagen can do well with it as well initially, but usually at some point they sort of tend to sort of run into issues with it. We'll have to see again what happens here. Still, either way, I would like to use a support corps, just Panzer 4 model. So you can go for it with a heavy Panzer Corps, of course. Doesn't have to build the support corps to get it, but I'd like to see that anyways. Now, you have to see any Wehrmacht players go for the Panzer 4 model. Other divisions there, push back in a swarm of assault rifle fire there. Hagen is truly going in all there. Captain there blocking away for the 5th Cavalry. He could try and grab it, obviously, but also risk losing it, though. He could pop a smoke grenade here and then nab it, though that's, I think, a bit too late here. Lane's almost wiped out here. Panzer then needs to retreat, though. I mean, he could try and go for wiping the rear sons. And there you go, got it. That's a small win there. Note, by the way, that Banana, of course, having lost the Rangers, has not replaced them, nor is he taking out. It seems like Banana here might have hit a bit of a tactical indecision stage, as he's still struggling, I think, with the new doctrine, trying to figure it out, and might be making some awkward decisions in response to Hagen's moves. Turns out part again. I don't think he anticipated his opponent to commit to that many Panzergrenadiers. I mean, most players in general, just before the patch, never went for a lot of Panzergrenadiers, so there'd still be some, even the indecision. All of a sudden, you got this guy that suddenly out of left field goes for 4 squads of them. I mean, that's going to catch a lot of players, I think, a bit, unprepared. Need to retreat those Panzergrenadiers. I think Hagen, is going to lose them. There's a fat chance he's going to lose them there. Very fat. I guess it's a home run. Though not for them. They're never going to be running home, that's for sure. They won't be running home. They'll be running to hell. Panzer's moving forwards here. Quick bomb grenade then the lieutenant. The Rangers moving up there. Probably Thompson on the way there. Very good. But Banana they need to take up fast. Need to push armor here. Got the heavy Panzer Corps. Again, he can now build the Panzer Corps he wants to, because try and stall for the Tiger Ace, though. That is really expensive. It's the most expensive tank in the game now. I mean, it kind of was before, but now it's even more expensive. At 800 manpower, 250 fuel. Like, fuel-wise, it's the most expensive, I think. And manpower-wise, it's also really expensive. Actually, fuel-wise, other things are a bit expensive. It's generally still really expensive. I think a Tiger Ace is a bit more expensive in terms of fuel. Anyways, Panzer's heading northwards here, finding around here. Need to be careful of those Panzergrenadiers. Can't afford to lose more. Banana's pack cards flying away, and there you go. Banana finally taking up there. Would definitely say that's a bit on the slower side. I mean, obviously, he could still, get a tank pretty fast after that and go for the Sherman. That I definitely think giving a problem. And of course, add in the Sherman assault kit, and it's going to be a bit tougher there for Hagen to deal with. Although we'll have to see what Hagen ends up with. You could again go for the Panzer IV Model J for something a bit faster, a bit more impressive in the now.
We have lost a squad.
Lost another unit there. Hagen needs to be careful. He's tempting me to suffer some casualty against Banana, and that might be again just simple, result of initial euphoria. We're slowly making a bit that few decisions, and there you go. You can now call in the Calliope. I wouldn't recommend that. I'd probably just recommend getting a good old-fashioned regular Sherman out first. Hagen there can, in a few moments, go for the Panzer Model J. He could try and, go for the Tiger Ace. Which, of course, also now doesn't drain all your resources, more or less, once, hits the field. There you go. He can call in the Panzer Model J again. He can go for a Panther, or he could try and go for the Tiger Ace. We shall see what ends up with here with Hagen. Shown away there for company of Banana. Panzergrenadiers moving up. We've got a quick Baldoladnung here. Pretty forced map there as it is flung in through the windows and blows apart a few chairs. And a few stuffed squirrels. Quick grenade here. Doesn't quite pay off against the Panzergrenadiers in the south here. Another counterattack going in here from Hagen. We got the assault grenadiers now with 6 man. Charging in there for the glorious Faserland. Now we got a Panzer model there to sort of display as a squad leader. Very nice. He actually does go for the Panzer model J. Very nice. Very nice. Again, you can always then follow up with the Tiger Ace or Panther, but again, it gives him options on with his doctrine. He can go for this, but at the same time, can still go for a reasonably well-priced Panzer IV, medium tank there before having to go for anything heavier. So in that regard, no matter what way it goes, he's got options. Oh wait, Panzer IV Model J on the way there for Hagen, but he probably might want to replace some of those Panzergrenadier losses with, more Panzergrenadiers. Oh, wait, Sherman out here, immediately adding the Dozer Blade there. Of course, we also got the white phosphorus shell. The Americans were quite fond of that one. Panzergrenadier flanking in here, and of course once he gets a Panzer IV, he can also then actually enjoy the Veterans 1 bonuses off his Panzergrenadier since they become harder to kill and can mostly support the tanks since again they move faster. Always Sherman sending out there, Panzer IV done here for Hagen. And there he goes, starts with the Schutzen now, sexy. Adding the Pinelmark machine gun there. Panzer they might want to be careful around the centre. In the south here, assault guns around here by the Rangers and the Lieutenant. Company of Banana and the 2nd Infantry Division are striking back hard here at the Nazis. Panther 4 on the move here for Hagen. Pinelmark machine, of course, on the way. Bulldozer blades up here. Panther 4's going to flank there and get over nice hit on the side armour of the Sherman. Switching the ammunition, that gives the Panther 4 another free shot there. Great hit there on the Panzerkampfwagen 4. Needs to be careful not to extend. We got more pioneers on there for Hagen to support his Panzers. Very good. Bit of an armoured clash here. Shot bounced. Might try and go over the ambulance. Quick smoke to there. Ah, don't commit harder. Hagen, Forsicht, Forsicht. He's baiting you. Or at least he could end up punishing you there if you don't play a bit more judiciously. And I still feel like he needs another infantry squad. Again, more Panthers, even more assault guns right now. I think we'll do take quite a bit of good there. All Rangers need to be very careful. I don't know what he's doing there, but that's actually close to just resulting in a full wipe there from the Panzer IV. He might still get that wipe if Hagen is careful. You can see the Panthers there are moving quite fast there around it. That is the combined arms bonus there, which also confers them a 20% received accuracy bonus. So again, they can sort of stand up against bullets better because they're all of a sudden inspired to get hit less. They buy into the propaganda. They buy into the propaganda all of a sudden with actually standing next to a tank. Anyways, got ace level in the Panzer. Got a quick Baldoladnung there. Okay, troops reinforcing. Now we'll have to see what Hagen commits to next. I mean, he's got a few options here. Obviously, one is more Panzer IV Model J's, Panthers, Sturmpanzers. So he could try and go for the Tiger Ace here versus Company of Banana. As for Banana, well, he probably doesn't want more bananas. He wants more tanks. Goes here another again. He's trying to take out the ambulance. Close getting the Rangers next to it. He actually should get the Rangers away from the ambulance. He's moving in more troops to somehow absorb the fight. As it turns out, though, it doesn't actually work and just gets more kills than the Panzer IV. Mein Gott, Jürgen, ja. So trying to protect that ambulance. Or is it just stupid enough to think it would somehow protect them? I don't know, your Otto, I don't know. As evasive dead now. Panzer IV, the twin head damage, he's blitzing away there. Shot fired. Close to victory than the Panzer IV, which of course confers to it more accuracy. Fast track rotation. Oh, not biscuits. Not the best handling of the Panzer IV, and it does go down. That's a bit of a blow there to Hagen. Again, he needs to be more careful with how he handles his panzers. He actually ends up retreating. He doesn't destroy it. I think Company Banana there might have freaked out a bit there. Otherwise, that's to the benefit of Hagen. Taking casualties in there. Company Banana needs to be more careful. But yeah, that was a bit awkward. That's a definite miss there by Company of Banana. That's a definite miss. Pretty damn good though for Hagen. Pretty lucky. Not just, of course, he got abandoned because, again, Banana could easily destroy it, so it's not really in that sense that lucky. The big lucky was just Company of Banana either missing it or for some reason just panicking and just pulling out before he can actually destroy it for whatever reasons. More shots away there for Company of Banana. Hagen needs to fix out fast. He needs to, figure out what he wants to do next. Panzergrenadiers moving forward. He might have to consider bringing up at least one Panzerstreak team to back up the Panzer IV, and generally just support it a bit better. Got the 5th goal away there though from Company Banana. That's pretty good there for Hagen. That puts him at 2 machine guns, and Company Banana at 0. He's got more bananas than he's got machine guns, I'm sure. At least, I guess he does. Who knows? He might actually have no bananas. Which I suppose would be a great tragedy for this banana enthusiast. Straight into the 5th car, plus got the assault grenades, and we got the Panzers nearby as well here. Swooping in there with MP40s. Sherman in from the north, Panzer IV there, Gefechtsbereit once more here. Apparently someone tumbled down there. They just got chucked out. Big bomb grenade there, 13 kills, ace over there. Sherman there pulling a problem in the north. We got the 2nd Sherman moving in. What will Hagen do in response to this? Yankee armored fit. Got the Panzer IV sending out there. White phosphorus as well. But again, he's going to need, more than one Panzer IV to really work against this. Bulldozer blades on the way for the 2nd Sherman. Another hit there. We got 420 versus 354 there, though, in terms of victory points. Back here, troops in reinforcing. Assault guns there very close to victory. The south points being seized here with the Panzergrenadiers and the 5th machine gun there could either move to the victory point or the fuel point. Fuel point, victory point. I was just testing you. He'll be on the final test of the year. Anyways, Panzer IV, they're getting a few kills from Britain to repair the Sherman. They're close to the front line, penetrating on the Panzerkampfwagen 4. Troops are healing and enforcing. You can soon again consider going for another Panzer from Algier. Could wait a bit longer, go for a Panther. Or, he could just try and stay up for the Tiger race. Now, though, I think with 2 Shermans away, they're already upgraded and potentially more on the way. He should, at the very least, I think, consider another tank before going for the Tiger race. Other than another Panzer IV, which are going to mean he can get the Tiger race faster, or a Panther, in which case, he can probably get away with waiting a bit longer for a Tiger race. We'll have to see what he ends up with. In the Panzer IV there, direct engagement. Sherman moving on the flank. You need to be careful. Got Panzergrenadiers up though. Definitely what was needed. Sherman there getting Victory 2. Oh, blitzing right past. They need to get the Panzer IV out there. There we go. Blitzkrieg. Sherman wasn't able to block the retreat path of the Panzer IV. They're still a bit risky there by Hagen. Even the Panzergrenadiers come on the flank. And he's going for another Panzer IV. He's not going to dither about there for a Tiger or a Panther. Sherman here that's going to go down here, I think, possibly to the Panzergrenadiers unless they can crush them sufficiently fast enough. Oh, close one here. The bolts of blades and the armor health, extra health there gets from them, I think proved to be the saviour here for the Shermans against the Panzerjägers. Oh dear. And he's trying to crush them. That was a bad idea since the Panzer took the opportunity to get some hits in. Holy smokes, that was a close one. That was really a not good and development there for Company Banana. He was close to... He saved a bad situation and then he proceeds to jump right back into it. And that really ended up costing him a Sherman when he really, I think, couldn't afford losing a Sherman when his opponent getting out more tanks. And again, his Panzer IV is now virtually 2. Again. So I feel like that was a bit of a blunder there by our banana fiending friend. We got the 2nd Ranger squad out there. That's going to be a lot of Rangers here versus Hagen. Panzer IV moving further, hit their pack counterbodies in a deeply exposed position. I think at this point, Company Banana wants to bring up anti-tank guns to help, deal with Hagen's Panzerwaffe. And again, Storms recharging forwards, or Panzer recharging forwards here. Able to move much faster, thanks to again being inspired by the sheer presence of the Panzer IVs. Of course, actual Panzers were trained to cooperate with the tanks. They had specific training in it. Rangers moving up, they need equipped with the bazookas. And of course, that they get slightly better bazookas, like the ones in the paratroopers. With overall better performance. There you go, almost taking out the Panzer IV. There you go, down it goes. A certain turnaround, much more, but Company of Banana leaving Hagen short. One Panzer I. Again, he gets abandoned. My god, what have they made that thing out of? Does he actually destroy it this time around? Oh, shot bounced. Now he has to fall back here. That's a really good piece of luck there for Hagen. Bad though for Company Banana. Twice in a row, the same Panzer IV got abandoned. Statistically, that's pretty unlikely. With the other Panzer IV, need to pull back the Sherman further. We got the Panzergrenadiers moving in there. Oh, he's going to lose it. He's going to lose it. Got the Rangers moving up there. And there you go. The Sherman is down. Almost got the Panzer IV though. Still, bit of a brutal blow there to Company Banana. And the second division short of both tanks in the face of the second SS Panzer Division. There we go. But it's got heavy engine damages. The bazooka should be able to finish off the Panzer IV once and for bloody all. There we go. No Hollywood heroics from that one anymore. Return, they need to fall back fast. They can soon go for another Sherman. You could also consider going for the Jackson tank destroyer, obviously. Victory points lost in the 95 within 27. What will Hagen do next? Will he go for the Tigers? Will he go for the Panzer? Will he go for more Panzer IVs? Who knows? Apparently he's positioning the ambulance right next to the first one to remind it what happens if things go wrong. Seems a bit cruel. Fixing up the Panzer IV here though. Got the Rangers moving up there with the bazookas. Again, they're bazooka experts. So again, they do know how to do more damage with the bazooka in general. I think that's what it does. Got the Sherman on the way there, very good. Grenade over on the Panzer, but there you go, nice flank by Hagen. Sneaks up behind the infantry and then threatens the retreat path. And with that many assault rifles and that many ace infantrymen, there's a decent chance of getting wiped there. Rangers are trying to do some damage and they need to retreat fast. Again, we got back to 4 Panzer squads here for Hagen and the Fatherland. Ooh, Rangers wiped there. Again, Banana needs to be more careful not to extend and he needs to be more careful with his units. Bit of a blow there, lost his elite bazooka team there to dealing with Kraut Panzers. Grenades being exchanged here. Like a cultural exchange program, except a lot more volatile and terminal. Directly on the 50 caliber by the Sherman. Panzer IV setting out. So Company Banana, he is certainly facing a bit of a sticky spot here versus Hagen. He has bounced back before, so he probably can do it again, but the situation still looks a bit grim. And he will need to be a bit more cautious about how he handles things. Panzer IV is the captain. Directly on the Panzer IV. Bulldozer blades, of course, being added for extra durability and less chance of just immediately getting knocked out. Sherman being fixed up again. Victory upon the north being seized here by Panzergrenadiers. 23 kills for Das Vaterland. There we go. Got the Panzers they caught the lieutenant in a pretty bad spot. Immediately cost Jürgen his life. Sherman on the move there for Company Bananas and the 2nd Infantry.
Combat unit ready for action.
And we got more Rangers up. We go for bazookas again on them? Or do we have something else planned? Seizing the eastern field point. Of course, the Rangers also now slightly cheaper, though they're also a bit easier to kill now. Panzer there almost being right over the grenade on the retreat path. An attempt to get a wipe here. Nice attempt that didn't quite pay off there for Company Banana versus Hagen. 50 cover there with Panzers there. Backed up by regular Panzergrenadiers. Uprooting a bit of nuisance there for Company Banana's attempt to flank and hit the calf point. Moving in the Sherman here, you might want to use some white phosphorus. There you go, so we'll try and flush them out. But there you go, Panzer IV on the move there, flanking in pretty hard. Rangers having to upgrade with bazookas. Oh, bomb grenade there, Captain wiped out. Ace. Excruciating blow there to Company of Bananas. The Company of Banana. Not doing too well there against the German army. Hagen and his Panzergrenadier heavy force are proving to be quite an obstacle here. Bazooka team moving up though. Now of course they can upgrade with triple bazookas since they actually carry more and more weapon use, and that also means he can upgrade the other Rangers bar over the bazooka as well if he wants to. All the way the triple bazooka there certainly did quite a number there in the Panzer IV, and I think at this point he could still go for another Panzer IV, though of course go for the Tiger Ace or a Panther. And Hagen is now committing to a 5th Panzergrenadier squad. He is absolutely a believer then in the power of the Panzergrenadiers. An absolute believer. The fire I feel like could perhaps be a bit much, but then again who knows. There's always room for being surprised. Sherman almost good to go again. He can go for another Sherman now. Again he could go for Jackson's or whatever. And we got another Panther for there and on the way for Hagen. No Panthers, and at least for now, no attempt at going for the Tiger Ace. Might be feels like he can't get away with it, or there might be other considerations. And now we got a Calliope, and basically now that's a strategic shift here by Banana. Thinking he wants to try and catch some of Hagen's infantry, since he does at times seem to cluster them together, in which case if he can catch him with a good Calliope barrage, he could cause quite a bit of damage here to Hagen. So I can see the logic behind it, though. He's going to find himself a bit struggling over all those Panzer IVs, but then again he already was. Calliope firing, he's giving away pretty fast here, and also note the range is firing off. I mean, I think he should have waited a bit for a better opportunity before revealing he had a Calliope and, trying to, kill a few more units. So it still ends up doing a ton of damage there, almost wiping out a full Panzergrenadier squad at ace level. I mean, obviously it wasn't an entirely bad move, but I kind of feel like he should try and at least, catch up a few more Panzergrenadiers with it. Like, for example, here with the Panzerjägers. So, Panzer IV taking him down for all the Bazooka Rangers. Almost taking out the Panzer IV in just 2 volleys. Certainly showing that as a bazooka team, they can be quite effective and quite devastating for German armor. There you go, Panzer IV number 2 moving in there. We got the Lieutenant, we got the Rangers nearby, but neither of them have bazookas. Panzer IV falling back due to the threat of the Panzerjägers joining in with the Panzer IV, which of course could prove to be a very hasty demise to the Panzer IV. Panzer IV with the Sherman. Quick bang, regular grenade here on the Panzergrenadiers. Ends up retreating here. A bit worried about other things. Panzer IV moving ahead here. Calliope under fire, but there you go. We got triple bazookas there on the Panzer IV. Sherman moving in from the north as well here. Return doing what he can against the Panzerjägers. We've got 2 points left here for Company of Banana and the 2nd Infantry. Panzer IV swiftly falling back here. Calliope's almost good to go again. Now we got sort of the formation that might actually work out. I mean, we've got a lot of infantry much more concentrated now, which is really where the Calliope excels. I mean, if you sort of could spot this, hit it at the right distance and whatnot, he could really give Hagen a lot of grief. Need to be careful here with the Rangers though. A bit low on health here. Would be a bit of a waste there for Company of Banana for a way to full a Bazooka Ranger squad again. Second Panzer IV moving in. And he's blind firing. I think he's firing into the base this amount, home to catch some units there. Yep. Not close enough. In fact, they're shooting just beyond where they actually should have been firing. Bit of a wasted barrage then by Company Banana. We got another major out. I think he's going up simply to have another pair of bodies to throw bazookas on. I think Rios would be better for that. But yeah, also a bit of wasted barrage there. Always consider where you're tossing the barrages of your artillery. So right now, Company Banana is struggling. The Panzer IVs are proving to be quite an obstacle here. And I could certainly see them becoming popular with the Wehrmacht, since, I mean, overall, for just a slight higher cost, you're getting a much better Panzer IV for the Wehrmacht. which obviously has its pluses. Sherman in there, a lot of pioneers clustered up, and again, this is where again Calabi barrage I think would have been better utilised. Sherman being pushed back here. We got White Phosphorus down to sort of slow down the advancing German infantry. Very good. Victory point is secured, and Northern being guarded by the assault grenadiers. Got ace range bringing on the Ersons firing with rough grenades on the Panzergrenadiers as advanced, getting some damage in. Panzer moving forwards there. Rangers need some reinforcements and some healing. He's moved the ambulance further back though, so it's not really doing him a lot of good. He's moving in the Rangers way too far there, way too fast. They're too low on health. But I'm guessing your company Banana is feeling the pressure again of Hagen's assault strategy. Very much feeling the not very happy effects. Fix up the Sherman. It's not a good situation, particularly in the Panzers with the buff of the Panzers nearby. Aren't really taking a lot of damage here from the Rangers, particularly at that range. Whereas the Panzer with that many numbers and just all that is really doing some damage in return there. So there you go. Most of those chaps gone. Return moving in against the assault grenadiers. 18 kills. Calliope should be good to go again, and there you go.
A capture point is being overrun. We lost an infantry unit.
Lost the lieutenant up north here to the assault grenadiers. He wasn't paying attention and got wiped out with another grenade assault here. And the Calliope barrage again just ended up missing the mark quite a bit there. Starting to suspect here the company Banana is feeling the pressure a bit much and is causing him to take some less than optimal decisions, which is quite unfortunate though great for Hagen since it obviously makes his job a lot easier. But what Banana he needs to do is I think try and switch his tactics up. He needs to try and launch an attack from an unexpected angle, catch Hagen off guard. Hit some units very hard and cause some casualty. For example, could suddenly rush to the south, take out the 5th cavalry, maybe the machine gun there. That could have, I think, really opened up some new avenues for company of Banana, but instead he just keeps attacking from the same few paths, straight ahead into Hagen, and Hagen right now is certainly much more able to punish that than Hagen is to exploit that. Another Sherman away there for Banana, that's good. Big 2 points whilst things are bleeding out here for company of Banana and the 2nd Infantry. Quick grenade there. Panzer moving in, 2nd Panzer moving up as well here. Finally in the south here, we've got the Major under fire here. Panzer pushed back by the bazooka teams. Of course, bazooka teams, oh, he's not paying attention, oh dear. 2nd Sherman almost done here, 100 points left here for company Banana up north. The soldiers are being slowed cut by the Sherman. But the Rangers pushed back by the Panzer IV. The situation is bit dangerous until it called in. Sally didn't do enough there versus Hagen.
We got a new unit ready and on the field.
More Rangers out here for company of Banana. And another Sherman. Calliope ready to unleash hell again. Will he this time actually hit something? Since again, if he can aim it correctly, it can be devastating. The problem is so far though, 2 times out of 3 his aim has been rather off the mark. I think he's at this point just relying more on guesswork and hopes and wishes than, actual sense. Again, once more. I don't know why he keeps barraging this area. Panzer being north direction, rear echelons routed. 2nd Sherman on its own here versus the Panzergrenadiers, both ace level, but also without Panzer X or armor support. Both Panzer IV still going here for the Sherman up north, 32 gain, very nice there. And there you go, Panzer X chew off a huge chunk of the Panzer IV's health here. Smoke's been down, let's cut the retreat. We got 46 points left here for company of Banana. In the southeast shown as the Panzergrenadier falls on the way there. 40 points left, 37 points left. 34. 31. Grenade off. Troops are healing and forcing. 22. 19. 16. Bit of skirmishing here, but again overall, but company of Banana's choices are. I mean, it's just not looking good for him. He's just getting annihilated. He's being torn apart, shredded, annihilated, crucified on a cross of Krupp steel. And there you go, GG, game over. A loss here for Company of Banana and the 2nd Infantry Division. A brave fight here on Faymonville Approach in the end. Hagen and his Panzergrenadier heavy strategy and Panzer IV Model J's proved to be superior. Partly again due to, I think, Company of Banana's tactics suffer at times, and the Calliope is not doing enough. But he certainly hit Pat back hard, and those Bazooka Rangers proved to be, in many cases, quite useful as well as the tanks. I mean, those could probably factor in more in future strategies for other players. Obviously, maybe not in some ways the most satisfying match, but it showed us some new strategies, which is good. Some of the new commanders, which is good. And also, I mean, a lot of players just trying out new stuff, so even then it's going to be difficult to find something wildly amazing. But I still thought this was a pretty good match. And again, it highlighted new stuff, new strategies, and certainly showed, Panzer strategies can, I think, be viable. Though, obviously, I really do not recommend that light of an opening there from as Hagen did. I feel like that was, again, too risky in the end. But there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. Hope you learned something from. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment on it, tell friends, tell your family, but don't tell your enemies. This is Imperial Link saying cheers. Thank you for watching. You're all a wonderful audience, and hope to see you all again tomorrow for another exciting episode. Bye.